If you're looking for a wild break from the golf course or the swimming pool during your visit to Palm Springs, well, you've found it. Welcome to Wildly Seen Adventures. We're here to help you capture the spirit and culture of wildlife spaces so you can choose the perfect experience for your family. Today we're heading to Palm Desert in Southern California to visit the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens. The Living Desert has been around for more than 50 years and spans nearly 1,200 acres. Their mission focuses on desert conservation, protecting desert animals, plants, and habitats both locally and around the world. They care for approximately 600 animals, representing around 150 species. Their operating hours vary by season. From October through May, the zoo is typically open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but during the intense summer heat, June through September, they shift to reduced hours from 7 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Admission is $44.95 for adults and $34.95 for children ages 3 and up. The zoo is cashless, but they do offer reverse ATMs where you convert cash into a prepaid debit card for use inside the park. Beyond regular admission, they offer several up-close animal experiences. You can book a rhinoceros encounter for around $50 to $60 per person, or a giraffe feeding for about $8 to $10. They also offer private safari tours, which include admission and giraffe feeding, starting around $89 to $99. Reservations are highly recommended for these extras, so check their website before your visit. One thing that stands out immediately is the size of the habitats. From the viewing area, you can barely see the far edge of the giraffe habitat, and the cheetah enclosure creates that same wide open feeling. It feels less like viewing an animal in exhibits and more like watching them in their natural environment. Of course, not requiring expansive habitats, they have quite a collection of desert reptiles, including some locals, even rattlesnakes. The Gila monster. Here's another southern Pacific rattlesnake, but it's all black. That's interesting. The chuckwalla. When a chuckwalla is being pursued, it will hide in the cracks between rocks and inflate its body so it can't be pulled out. And the red diamond rattlesnake. This is the lyre snake. It's sometimes mistaken for a rattlesnake. So you've got lyres and cheetahs here, but it's still a great place to bring your kids. Each day is packed with educational opportunities, with presentations happening almost every half hour. These are usually focused on specific species or habitats and don't require reservations. Schedules are posted near the entrance and online, but on the day of my visit, no one showed up to present the African grasslands cheetah connection, and no one told those of us waiting that it was not going forward. Better communication on cancellations would be helpful. Here's a minute from a very interesting hornbill presentation.
The stage is very reinforcing for her. That's, a fun new space for her. But the training is also a good way to keep her mind going, especially because she knows she gets a treat at the end of it, which is in the form of bugs, as you can see. So she'll kind of hold on to them and then throw it back a little bit when she eats them, which is pretty fun. But you can see, so Memphis just asked her to. They're very voracious hunters, and they do go after quite a bit of things.
The zoo also makes good use of multiple knowledgeable docents who are available to give some background on various animals. Let's listen in.
Live up there. If he didn't have to come down to eat, he probably would never come down.
That's so funny.
And when we first got them, when we first put them out together, she was so curious. She would run around and look at everything and paw things and roll things.
Yeah.
And he would stay tucked way back. He didn't want to come out at all. So he's very shy.
The Living Desert supports more than 80 conservation programs around the world. Highlights include desert tortoise recovery efforts, Mongolian desert habitat preservation, and anti-poaching work in Africa. They also participate in breeding programs for endangered species like Mexican wolves, African painted dogs, black rhinoceros, pronghorn, and the desert pupfish. As a testament to their focus on endangered species, one thing you don't often see is a carousel with wild animals rather than just horses. But they do have one here. Carousel rides are $3 each or $8 for unlimited rides during the day. You also don't often see a huge model train set in a zoological gardens, but you'll see one here. This miniature began as a seasonal addition in the late 1990s, but transitioned to a permanent fixture in 2001. There's about 3,300 feet of track that winds through miniature versions of landmark cities. All aboard? And yes, I really did just say that. Their current mission pollination program adds a fun educational layer featuring giant animated insects and even a bat to help visitors understand the important role pollinators play in desert ecosystems. For guests who want to stretch their legs, there are 3 main hiking trails ranging from half a mile to 5 miles. If you plan a hike, definitely bring water. This is still the desert.
Check out their herd of dromedary camels. And did you know that although native to Africa, there are more dromedary camels running wild in Australia than in Africa? Speaking of Australia, their Australian Adventures exhibit has a mob of emus and a wallaby walkabout where you walk through the exhibit with Bennett's wallabies hopping all around you. In addition, you can see rock wallabies and a short-beaked echidna whose fast tongue shoots out 18 centimeters to eat termites.
The Living Desert has done a great job making the park comfortable for all ages. Covered viewing areas with rocking chairs are a thoughtful touch, especially near popular exhibits. Accessibility is clearly a priority with wheelchair and ECV, electronic conveyance vehicle, rentals available. And if you choose to purchase the private safari experience, a personal guide and shuttle are included. There are 4 different eateries throughout the park, each operating on a slightly different schedule. And you're welcome to bring your own picnic lunch as well. Here are some other desert dwellers that you might find interesting. The sand cat. Here's the addax, an African antelope. Here's the Cape porcupine, native to sub-Saharan Africa. The naked mole rats, as opposed to the semi-formal mole rats. Here's a Eurasian black vulture. And the yellow-bellied stork. Now let's see how the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens scores on the Wildly Seen Adventures Scorecard. We rate 3 categories: care, purpose, and experience, then wrap it up with an overall impression. I rated care at 4.5 out of 5 stars. The habitats are spacious, thoughtfully designed, and feel immersive. Watching giraffes or cheetahs here can genuinely feel like watching them on the plains of Africa. The animals appear active and display natural behaviors, which is always a strong sign. Purpose gets 4.5 out of 5 stars. The Living Desert is deeply involved in global conservation programs and species survival plans. Their keeper talks, called Connections, are frequent, informative, and easy to access. Plus, knowledgeable docents are often nearby and happy to answer questions. In experience, they get 4.25 out of 5 stars. There's a splash pad for kids, shaded rest areas, and rocking chairs for adults, and even some climate-controlled viewing spaces that are a lifesaver during hotter days. Food options are convenient, but bringing your own picnic is also allowed. Their seasonal summer schedule also shows they are adapting thoughtfully to the desert climate. taking everything together: animal care, conservation purpose, and overall guest experience, the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens earns an overall Wildly Seen Adventures score of 4.42 out of 5 stars. If you want to see more wildlife experiences like this, make sure to subscribe to Wildly Seen Adventures. We explore zoos, aquariums, wildlife rescues, and sanctuaries to help you discover the most meaningful animal experiences for your family. If you found this video helpful, give us a like. You can also visit wildlyseenadventures.com for more adventures, resources, and even a chance to rate a zoo yourself. Leave me a note in comments if you're going to add your own rating on our website. I'd love to see how you'd rate this facility. And until next time, keep it wild.